August meeting of the Edison Public Library to order at 7:05. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As required by the Open Public Meetings Act and JSA 10:4-1, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided to the public by notices given to the News Tribune, Star Ledger, News India Times, posted on the Edison Public Library website and bulletin board, and given to the township clerk. Mr. Kleiman, please read the roll call.
Ms. Leary, excuse that.
Absent, yes, excuse.
Ms. Mead,
Yes.
Ms. Pam. Hopefully she'll be here. Mr. Romano,
Yeah.
Mr. Vadi,
Yes.
Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Ms. Singh,
Yes.
Mr. Di Pasquale.
Yes.
You have a quorum.
Okay. Resolution to approve the minutes of the July 8th regular session.
Minutes of the Edison Township Library Board of Trustees meeting of July 8, 2025. Present, Rinki Singh, Pallavi Gabari, Fiona Mead, Jyoti Pamadimukova, Katrina Levy, Joseph Romano, Anthony Di Pasquale. Absent, Shreyans Patel excused. Also present, Joseph Pounded, Board Attorney, Alan Kleinman, Library Director, Deborah Sauer, Assistant Director, Amanda Coyle, Administrative Operations Manager, Sherry Ray's Library Administration. The President called the meeting to order at 7 p.m. He led the salute to the flag and the open public meeting statement was read, roll call taken. On motion and second, the meeting of the regular open session of June 17, 2025, including an amendment by Ms. Mead, were approved. On motion and second, the bill list dated July 8, 2025 was approved. On motion and second, the meeting was adjourned at 7:50 p.m.
Thank you. Could we have a motion?
Motion to accept.
A second? Second? Okay. Roll call, please.
Do you want to do roll call or do you want to accept by unanimous consent?
Oh, we can do unanimous, yes. Okay,
Yes.
everybody?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
No correction.
Yeah, okay. So we will move on to the financial reports.
Good evening. The financial reports, the first page is our bank balance for the period ending July 31st, 2025. At that point, we had a grand total of $6,326,796.36. This month, we have developed probably one of the larger bill lists that we have over the last 18 months, due mainly to costs associated with construction. And Chris, who's on vacation, thought it might be interesting for me to bring the paperwork that goes along with all of the bill list. You kind of see a one line on the bill list. Each one of the bills that we get usually has a variety of things, including estimates, invoices. Everything has to go out for purchase orders. All new vendors need to provide W-9s and other identifiable things as New Jersey business have their business certificates. So the outstanding, as you can see on the bill list, was basically the two highest figures. Was for Palpro. One was for $775,656.60, and the other was for $365,975.02. The next highest was the payment for our new vehicle. We have a replacement vehicle now, so that when one of our vehicles goes in for repair, we have the ability to still deliver and do work between the library branches. Other than that, we're pretty much standard. The other large sum of $52,332 was payment number 14 for the G Meyer Group for this building. So I would ask the board to approve the bill list of $1,512,194.11. And as you can see by our bank balance, we have the monies in the capital accounts to cover the costs for the main library and for the North Edison branch.
Okay. Can I have a motion?
Can I ask a question, sir?
Of course.
Yeah.
Cost overruns?
We're still there's nothing for North yet. There's no change orders, there's nothing at this point for the North Edison branch. The main library had some things that we needed to change. And of course, I think I shared with the board the ongoing issues with the bathroom. And I certainly, if the board meeting ends early and any of the board members would like to come downstairs to see where we are, to take a look at that, I'd be more than pleased to have you join Deborah and I for a tour. So we're still the change orders are really minimal for this building. It really, the extra run cost, as the board remembers, was the remediation that we had for the asbestos, and it's the plumbing for downstairs. Other than that, we basically have not done very many change orders at all. We're pretty much, I think, sort of within the budget that we had expected that gave us a little bit of leeway. We haven't gone over that 2 million mark that we had originally intended for this building. Maintenance and furniture and whatever was still good. In fact, based on the payment schedule, as you can see, I looked at it today because I myself was curious. In the capital account for the main library, we have $1,010,626.05. If we complete to pay out all of the payroll, the pays for this building, we have approximately $500,000 left to pay with the payments for G Meyer. That will leave us what I had originally planned of about $500,000 for furniture improvements, extra AV, technology, whatever. So we're really very good stead in the project for this building. I hope that answers your question.
And the project in this building,
Yes.
I'll ask the same questions again for the other project. Was there errors and omissions? So in other words, when the project was designed, was something not thought of?
Not really. I mean, the only thing, and I think we went through that discussion, was the asbestos, which was why we were proactive in doing the testing for the North Edison branch after we did the one for this. But there was really nothing that came up except for that crazy plumbing in which the pipes all disintegrated, sitting in the slab for 70 years. And
Alan, why didn't you fix that?
but you know what?
I'm only.
No, but I'm going to say the first one they pulled out that had a hole in it, I went, oh, there's a pile of pipes. I forgot to take a picture this morning. There's a pile of pipes with holes in them that's about yay high. What we have been told is when they were, and this is just general good knowledge,
you know, when they were in the slab, because they were so impacted with the dirt around them, you did not see the hole. It was when they started to work on the slab and work on the new bathrooms that it actually exposed the pipes. And the more they worked on it, they basically crumbled. So I would probably say if I was sitting in the ground for 75 years, I'd have a lot of holes in me too. But, you know, I have to say we've been lucky that that's really the only big issue here for the building. Man, we love it. For this building, which is why we're really very much on target. It did put us back 2 months, but that's just as well. We were expected to be finished now. We'll now be finished first weekend of October. And then we expect to move back in for the next 2 months to have a new year opening with a beautiful new building. And I can't wait that they're gonna start next week doing the flooring, getting that done. We got the glass put in today. You could now see how it looks downstairs. It's just so different.
See, the only issue, it's not an issue with me, I understand that. But the public, to let the public know that there are extenuating circumstances. You know, like we have a facility that we spent $40 million. And the $40 million, you know, taxpayers' money. And somehow, some way, they never corrected an issue. So now, you know, I got up and asked, is there gonna be lifeboats for this part of the building?
Yeah, I mean, I know that moving forward, there's another section of the pipe that didn't have to be done now. But once we're back and we can plan for that other piece to have the insert done, that's the last piece that's under the slab in the boiler room. So that would have to be done up, but it's not. They said it's something that should be done within the next 2-3 years because the pipes there are starting to go. So we know that that's not an emergency, but we should probably plan for it at some time next year, let's say, as we plan for just capital improvements for the building as a follow-up to the renovation. That's the only thing that they're telling us we should be looking at for the future.
Is there any asbestos in the boiler room?
No.
Okay.
Now I should say no, based on what they only did the tests of where we were gonna do the renovation. I'm not sure unless I go back to the report to see if they looked in the boiler room. I'd have to double check on that, just to be sure.
Because the issue is simple.
Demolish the boiler room and start from scratch?
I didn't say that, but what I said is that the people that designed the project, was there an error or an omission, did people overlook this?
Well,
And would it cost us more money?
No, not really. I mean, I'm not an engineer. I can only speak from my experience, which is basically, we have 2 parts of this building. We're now in the original part. A previous board, a previous whatever, when the carpeting went down probably 25 years ago, should have done the remediation then. And what they did was, they didn't do anything, they just put the carpet on top of it. And so I applaud this and our previous board for going above and making sure that in any of these areas, there was nothing. So we've really remedied what had not been done 25 years ago when they put that last carpeting down. That's when it really should have been done, because it's only the original half of the building, it's not the new half. So I think the board has really done a good job in making sure this building is, useful for generations to come.
Okay,
This fee for 55,313 to the Township of Edison, what is PERS?
Fiona, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. Which one? Oh, PERS is pension.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. So there's two pension systems that employees contribute to. One is PERS, which generally is for full-time staff. DCRP, as you see on that, is the secondary pension, and that's pretty much for part-time staff. You have to make, what is it now, 5,500 a year or something before you can get into PERS. So when the state several years ago had their issues with PERS and being underfunded, they created DCRP, and it's basically for part-time staff. So we have two pension systems. They're both PERS technically, both by the state pension board. But one is basically full-time staff and one is part-time staff.
Any more questions?
I'm open, I'm good.
Okay,
I mean, anyone else,
yeah,
please?
all right. Do we have a motion?
motion to accept.
Second? Roll call, please.
That's my roll call sheet.
One real quick question. The
Sure.
fridge broke in Maine, in this library. I see the Seymour Heating and Appliance.
I can't.
Seymour
The refrigerator.
refrigerators, Seymour appliance, the refrigerators.
Well, yes, the first one that got delivered, when they delivered it, the delivery people made a dent in it. And so we wouldn't accept it. So, it took us about, 5 weeks to get the replacement? Because we wanted a white one versus a steel one. Everyone now wants a steel one, but the way the kitchen is, it really needed to be a white one, and that was what took a long time in doing that. So we didn't pay for the first one.
Okay.
They did a refund on us, so that's how we got the second one. So we thought, oh, maybe they'd let us keep them both, but they took it back.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
all these expenses are year to date, right? All these expenses that we are seeing, it is year to date? The
What?
expenses that we are seeing is year to date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's the echo in this
no,
room.
it's good.
Good.
All right. Wait, did we get a second?
Yeah, second.
Okay. Second. Roll call.
Ms. Mead,
Yes.
Mr. Romano,
yes,
Ms. Kabadi,
Yes.
Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Ms. Singh,
Yes.
Mr. Di Pasquale.
Yes,
Motion carries.
okay, we're gonna move on to the director's report, assistant director's report.
I'll ask Deborah to go first. Since I was out on vacation for 2 weeks, she might have a little bit more to report, than I do. Deborah, you be so
Oh,
kind.
yes, I did fill in while Alan was out, and there was quite a bit going on.
And she kept texting me, when are you coming back?
I prepped it all.
Are you coming back?
Yes. Yes, so I don't know, I know I told you, but at one point we had, okay, so I've been working on personnel issues for, while you were gone, as well as, now. And I've also been working on policies, updating the policy binders and working on, the emergency evacuation binders. We've been kind of figuring out where things stand procedurally with without Robbie after he retired. A lot of that needs to be documented in terms of what we're doing and how to do it, et cetera. So we're working on that. Job descriptions and what is that? we had unfortunately two resignations. One is a full-time library assistant, Brian, who has been here since before I started. He's fantastic. He's joining the police academy. So he's going to Cape May to be a police officer. And the other is a part-time library assistant. And I think she's just looking for full-time opportunities. We haven't talked to her yet about it. What else has been going on? We have new vanities in the bathroom. One of the vanities fell off of the wall, probably from too much pressure on it.
So it was a good opportunity because those bathrooms, we didn't do anything in. So when the first thing fell off the wall, we said, all right, so you know what? Let's just put new stuff in. So at least those, because everything else is getting an upgrade on this floor. So it was like, okay, let's do it. So, I mean, those two are the busiest two bathrooms in this whole building. So let it at least look nice for the public. What can I tell you?
Out for help.
Everyone loves our bathrooms. What can I tell you?
I did attend the construction meeting at North, was it North while you were gone? One at North, so that was interesting. I missed a lot of since I'm here, as well as here. And I do recommend that if you can, you stay so that we can go downstairs because it's very interesting and it looks great. They've been chugging along. There anything, it seems like everything happened while you were gone, but that might have been it.
Well, to follow up, the North Edison branch, we had we have a meeting every 2 weeks on this building and every 2 weeks on North Edison. The last one was last Thursday. They're making good progress. They poured and kind of some of the concrete for the new sidewalks and working on the 3 new additions. I realize it's now called 1, 2, and 3. So if you pass by, you sort of can see from the outside that there's 2 things going on in the back and 1 thing going on in the side. So it was kind of really exciting. And, you know, the inside's still gutted, but that's what they're concentrating on to get those things done. They are anticipating at this point that unless something happens and no one's seeing anything at this point, the building, from their point of view, should be finished in March. I say add an extra month on it just to be on the safe side. So I'm hopeful we'll get in there next summer and have a reopening for that. So that was pretty good on that. We talked to it. You'll see the main library. They're making really good progress. They'll be grinding the floors down to even them, working on carpeting and flooring a week after next. They'll be finishing up the 3 windows that have to be added up to the offices here. The new sink in the meeting room downstairs, so the kids can wash their hands when they do a craft program and whatever, that's being added. We are looking at since we never had a teen room here, we want to make the teen room downstairs something special, as well as that cafe, because it's what people see to go in. And we keep looking at, we have 1 extra office. We say, how are we going to shift staff around? And we're trying to locate where we would do our passport service when we put in the application to the State Department, because we want to be ready when they say, okay, you just need to go through the training and you can start next month. So we want to make sure we have the space to do that. Clara Martin, as you see on tonight's board packet, we had asked Anthony Iavino in 2025 to give a look at Clara Martin to see what we thought we needed. And when we had the community conversations, the first thing that came up to the top of the list was opening up the Hoover Avenue entrance. So, he had, given us, some initial drawings. And it seems likely that the vestibule is going to be built out rather than in, because we have that long ramp on the Hoover Avenue. I think it's gonna be a good addition upstairs. We're looking at doing something different and bringing in an outside person who does more space planning than wanting to sell us furniture, to give us some key ideas on how we could better um, refresh the Clara Barton brand. So that would be the next step after the vestibule is done, or in conjunction, he'll provide us with a study. He did a very good presentation at New Jersey Library Association. They had done a redo for under $20,000 for the New Providence Library, using a variety of marketing and shelving techniques. So we're gonna ask David to come in and do a study for us, which, because the building's so small, shouldn't take him more than a couple of weeks to do. So Clara Barton will also not be left out as part of the renovation, because once we do this vestibule, as you know, as you open up the doors on 141, our computers are there, our copy machines there, our scanners there. So it's gonna make us move that whole second floor. And I think we can use the space more attractively and have it more feel like a community library. So I think those are the three big things we've been working on. We are just about ready to start working with the new website so that we will be ADA compliant. There's a lot of new requirements, particularly in websites in 2026, so we want to be ready for that. And we're looking at other ways in which we need to be ADA compliant, such as a hearing loop for this room. We don't have them in any of our branches, as well as some other assistive technology equipment. In front of you is our new owl, the new updated owl. It doesn't who yet, but it's supposed to be new and updated. And Kevin's in the corner with our new camera. He's doing a test tonight, and that would be for us to do streaming of either board meetings or whatever, until we get all of this new equipment in this room in which we could do projections. So we're making a lot of progress. I think the fact that it's almost happening on two different budget years gives us an opportunity to now concentrate more on this building, and then next year to concentrate more on the other building, and in between the two on Clara Barton. So that would be the next. I've had two discussions with two of the bookmobile manufacturers for the new bus. So they're both basically saying time frame we know is 22 to 24 months. Mary, myself, and Louise are going to the bookmobile conference. We want to see one more time a whole bunch of bookmobiles, and then when we come back, we'll kind of make final choice of which company we should go to that will do the bookmobile the best for us. So a lot of balls in the air, but we'll always have a lot of balls in the air, and it's just about moving forward and making the library better for the community. We are, I don't know, we're really busy. I would say North still is not as busy as it was. This building is a little busier than actually it would be. But Cirque is down about 33% over last summer. It's to be expected. There just isn't the selection, and people might be going to other libraries. So slowly we'll get them back. And we are looking at ways in which we probably need to, when we reopen North, as we talked a long time ago, open north on Sundays as well. It's just the demand is there. The demand at north is there 7 days a week. Definitely for sure. It's not a bad thing. We shouldn't really complain. So I mean, our goal last year, we hit the highest we probably have ever hit, which was we circulated 600,000 items. And our goal in our strategic plan is 1 million. So we've got to work our way back to that million. And over the next couple of months, we will have the community conversations here at the main library and the community conversations at North in lieu of us just updating our strategic plan rather than doing a whole new one. And waiting until all of this is done for us to really, I think the new plan is, the plan itself is happening by all the things we're doing. Rather than spend 6 months trying to do a plan, we're actually doing a lot of stuff rather than just do the plan to plan. So pretty much I think that's.
Amanda reminded me the railing. You may have
Oh, the
noticed
railings. Yes. The railings were done. Took a while. And, you know, I'm going to say almost every vendor go anywhere today. Everyone's over. They've got a zillion jobs. Accepted it. It took us longer to get it done, but it looks lovely and it's functional. And so we're getting there.
So I have a question. How is the summer programs going?
I think I noted in my report for this month, we have over 110 programs scheduled for August. And I think I put it in, or maybe I did forget. We have over 1,000 people involved in the summer reading, which is pretty much double than we've had the last couple of years. And I think, you know, mainly, and this is the summer reading attracts more of the kids and the parents, which is perfectly fine because I think for us, that's the time when you want to make sure that the kids keep up their skills so that they don't go back to school in September with not having read anything or been involved or whatever. I think the goal for next year is going to be, we'll have this building back to normal next year, and we'll just about ready to open North for summer. So I'm expecting next year we'll be able to double it. We still have the goal, September is National Library Card Sign-Up Months. We still would love to see everyone in town get a library card. That is our ultimate goal. So we'll be working on some campaigns, some postcard campaigns to do that through a company called Orange Boy that will reach out to people who don't have library cards to tell them about the wonderful things they can get for free.
Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, one. Edison Arts, is there a place that we're gonna allow them to take and display their work?
We haven't taken in any displays of anyone yet because we don't have the ability yet. So we were waiting until we go downstairs. We need to hang all the things to be able to hang art. So we're waiting so that we can do that upstairs and downstairs at the same time. So we haven't done any installation of any art exhibit at this point, but they're as welcome as they would be for any other group and organization to do that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a permanent place for them, but it's a place that
No.
other organizations could use also, and they can
Yeah.
come back
Yes.
multiple times.
Make
to-
sure
yeah.
that you get a hold of and make it available, that the Edison Art Society
Yeah.
can take and be part of a meeting.
Yeah, well, and it's funny, we've had a couple of other groups and organizations, and we've actually had to put them on hold because the only place we have to exhibit, and it's not really good for art, is the exhibit case, which is right out over here. It's kind of cutesy for objects, but it's not a really good art thing. So we need to get the hanging
what do you call it?
Museum track.
The museum tracks put in, so that we could do that.
Make sure that, you know, we have some sort of collaboration with certain individual communities to let them know that, you know, we're ready to go.
Yeah, I would think once we move downstairs, we'll be able to put the tracks on up here because, we want to be able to see where it makes sense to do it. I mean, most of these areas are on camera, so we know that, that's not an issue. We can watch that. We do need to follow up with the town about what insurance coverage we have, for those kind of objects. Because we really haven't done those kind of exhibits in a long time. And, North will have a real exhibit space.
Sure.
So we'll need to figure out whether we need to do something on our own or we can do a rider with the town on their insurance policy. So that we can insure the artwork in case it gets damaged or lost or something like that.
Good. All right. The President's report committees have not met over the summer. No unfinished business. We do not need a closed session. So we'll go to new business. Ellen, if you would like to read the new business.
So you have before you, two resolutions. The first is a follow-up, for professional services from the firm of Arcari and Iovino. As I mentioned just before, we had engaged them to work with us, to, work on the Clara Barton branch, and the North branch before they actually became our architect of record. So, at this point, they are actually our architect of record, working on all three buildings with us. I must say personally, this is actually the first real time of any library I've ever actually worked with them. And they have turned out, and I think Deborah will agree, to be a wonderful company to deal with. They're very library responsive. They understand the needs of libraries. And pretty much when you say you're doing, you know, you have Arcari and Iovino, everyone goes, oh, because they're the ones that are pretty much doing more libraries than anyone else. And probably the most respected of the library architects. So they've been great to work with. So the proposal is for them to do the project for the renovation, starting with the vestibule upstairs on the second floor. The other resolution that you have is for us to hire a part-time librarian. And it has been recommended by our attorney that in the future, moving forward, we should have the board approve personnel hiring for the record. So that's why this has appeared here for the first time. We talked about resignations. They can be accepted, but there's nothing one can do about that. In the event that we were to terminate someone, that also would be brought up. It's a board action, according to our attorney with legal advice. So that's why we have this, and we did not have that previously. So those were the two items under new business. So I had put a short resolution on the agenda for Arcari and Iovino, but before the vote, Mr. Board President, if you want to read that, I think you have one right in front of you. So whichever one you want to do first. Since it's one of our attorneys wrote this up, I feel it's worth for you reading it out loud and putting it in the minutes.
All right, so do you have?
You have the Arcari and Iovino.
I don't have
first.
that.
No, I don't. We only have the one for the person being hired.
Yeah, Barry and I, right, it was
Oh.
just the professional.
Oh, just
it was
for
a
the
one-line,
person, the part-time
resolution
person?
on, she didn't do a resolution for, that. She only did a resolution for this, so it's a one-line resolution for you to approve the professional contract for, Carrie and
Yeah,
Iavino
okay,
in
so
the
then-
amount of $24,700, to work on the, vestibule project for.
Okay, so I'll read that, the first one, A. So a resolution to approve a contract for professional services to the firm of Akari and Iavino for the Clara Barton Branch renovation project in the amount of $24,700.
And if I just may add, this is pursuant to Akari's and Ivino's proposal dated July 11th, 2025, with regard to the Clara Barton Branch Library renovation.
Right, okay, we have a motion.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Second, roll call. Please.
Ms. Mead,
Yes.
Mr. Romano.
Yes.
Ms. Kabadi,
Yes.
Mr. Patel. Yes. Ms. Singh
Yes.
and Mr. DeMasqua.
Yes,
Motion carries.
okay. The resolution of the Edison Public Library Board of Trustees approving the hiring for the position of part-time librarian. Whereas the Edison Public Library recognizes the need to maintain adequate staffing in order to provide quality services to the residents of Edison Township, and whereas the position of part-time librarian has become vacant, and whereas upon review of the candidates, the library director has recommended to the library board of trustees the hiring of candidate Michaela Inger. And whereas the Board of Trustees finds that filling the position of part-time librarian will serve the best interests of the library in the community. Now therefore, let it be resolved that the library board hereby approves the appointment of Michaela Inger to the position of part-time librarian with an anticipated start date of August 18th, 2025. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Second,
Second.
roll call please.
Ms. Mead,
Yes.
Mr. Romano,
Yes.
Ms. Kabadi,
Yes.
Mr. Patel. Yes. Ms. Singh,
Yes.
Mr. DePasquale.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. We'll move to public comment. During the opening portion of its meetings, the library provides the public with an opportunity to offer comments regarding matters that pertain to the library pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-12. The board is entitled to permit, regulate, or prohibit public participation in its meetings. Each speaker will have a minute maximum of 4 minutes to speak, and should limit comments to matters pertaining to the library. The speaker will be directed to conclude their remarks once the speaker's time has expired. A speaker may not speak more than once during the same public comment period. No time may be yielded to a speaker by another speaker. Speakers are asked to begin their remarks by stating their name and address. Board members are not obligated to answer impromptu questions or address remarks from members of the public during the comment period. Speakers should expect the board to refrain from engaging in a dialogue except to the extent necessary to clarify the speaker's comments. The allotted time for speaking is the only method to address the board during the public comment period. The board will not entertain questions or comments called out from the audience. When appropriate, the board may refer inquiries and items brought up during the public comment to the director or other staff for follow-up. Speakers and members of the public should at all times maintain proper decorum and shall make their comments in a civil manner. So I'll use my phone. Oh,
Kevin's got it.
you have it? Where's the?
It's right in front of you. It's right.
I didn't see it there. I'm used to, last time it was over there. Okay.
He's in charge of all
All right, good. All right, do we have any public comments? Yes, sir.
Dr. Nasser, Pleasant Avenue. I like that you guys are working on the Clara Barton Library. It's not being forgotten. I know you put in the vestibule, which is awesome. I was getting something that Alan, you said something about $20,000 for some other library that they went ahead and refreshed or whatever. So when that report comes about, does the public have any say, like, we like it, we don't like it, can we change this or that?
Well, the board, the report goes to the board. So I guess the board will, however they want to, disperse that. They may ask for a comment period, or, it would be in the board packet. So I would probably say that if you came to a public session such as this and you had something in there that you absolutely loved, which I expect you will, then you will come here and say it's a wonderful report and I can't wait for it to start.
Yeah, I think, just in my opinion, the best way we would do it is we would introduce it.
Yeah.
At one of the board meetings, and we could hand out whatever information that we have. And let the public and the board look at it, and then we can, have some discussion. We can also, at the next meeting, have some discussion. I don't think we would need to be in the position where we have to like vote on it like that meeting. So, yeah, so I think we need to have input of the public, and I want to give the public time to look at what we have. So it's not just like, hey, we need to quickly vote on this.
Would that be a limitation of 4 minutes to discuss? Because there might be some technical things that you have to talk about.
Well, I think I've been pretty good in
You
giving
have.
flexibility. So, we would actually, obviously, just keep flexible with the comments and, so, yeah, we wouldn't have hard restrictions on that, obviously, because we want to hear from the public. So, that would be fine without a problem. That's
That's
fine.
it. Thank you so much.
Sure. You're the only one left.
Sarah Nasser, Pleasant Avenue in Edison. I do have a couple of questions. So first, last meeting, we had discussed the Fall Festival. What I found out after we left that meeting was that the Fall Festival was moved to Lake Papiani and is no longer at the Clara Barton area. So
It's moved back.
it moved back,
It's moved back.
like officially.
Officially, it's moved back.
What date do we have that? Like, is it?
I sent Michael today the date and the registration for us to get tables.
Perfect. The reason I was bringing that up is because one of the community conversation points was how do we, bring more people into the library, and being a part of the fall festival with the mayor would be a, great opportunity for us to voice here, walk down the street and go to the library. So I know that Kat was working through that. So at this point, we are keeping it at the Clara Barton Amboy Avenue, officially. Okay.
What was that like?
That's what's on that's what from JC, who runs the things for the town. It says, as of today, it's saying it's on Amboy Avenue.
That's great. I'll take that offline with Michael in terms of details and how we can support the library and getting more attention to it. The last question that I have is for the new members of this year on the Board of Trustees. It's been a little over 6 months now. You guys have seen the ongoings of what this board is responsible for, as well as the good that you can do for the community. Overall, what do you think that is the most impactful thing that you've seen in these last 6 months, and what do you want to accomplish as you go forward?
Anybody feel free, anybody who wants to, sure.
I have spoken in my community and a couple of parents have come. And I would divide into different generations, so parents and then elders, and then, everybody else, teens and everybody else. Parents, they, some of the parents, like you said, this year it become very busy. So where I live, it falls into North Edison. So, they are very happy with what we have, but we did talk about increasing the STEM books and STEM programs. Some parents are talking about that. How can we engage more and more kids into STEM programs? There are not enough STEM programs. Some are looking for, if there is for elders, I would switch to elders, they want to be more digitally literate because it's very challenging for them. So if we can have more and more program over here, and we can spread the word, and maybe they cannot come if we put the program in, any time of the week. So we need to have something to bring them to library, maybe buses or something, so that they can take advantage of it. So there are different generations, and they have, concern about it. Parents mostly about kids and about themselves. They want more program for kids. Also, I heard another one request. They want to know there is any yoga. I know there is a yoga in the right, but they want more yoga session, meditation for every generations. So yeah, I was thinking maybe, we can, if there is program and not enough people are participating, then spread the word. Or if we don't have enough, maybe we need more number of times in a month, so that more people can have 4 minutes.
You?
Okay.
If everyone's okay with it, can we answer the question anyway? I mean,
What's that?
can we?
Oh, yeah,
continue
no,
answering the
we're
question?
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I learned, that we can work with library and we are more closer to the people. So basically they are eye and ear for the people, so that we can work with the library and bridge the gap. So that's what I have learned. I wanted to talk to him after this meeting. But yeah, definitely, Sarah, there is always, and also you can, because you have been part of this library for a very long time. Anyway, we can, do more for the community, for the library. Definitely would love to learn from you as well, and from everyone.
You want to say something?
Yeah, so I think just getting the memberships up, getting people to come into all the libraries. We have good programs. I'm sure we can do more, but a lot of times people just don't know. And so in whatever groups I have, I keep trying to, put in the monthly calendar to let people know. I have the community group, I have my district group, but I think more ways even for us, how we can get the word out. We are in social media, we have the contacts on the street, but just giving us the flyers would help. Whatever you want to get out would help, and we are happy to do it. So I think that will help. Of course, all the construction, I'm really looking forward to it. The kids are looking forward to it in JP Stevens, and so I think all that is going to be really good for everybody. But I think we need to get the traffic in, and whatever we can do to help. If I can get any flyers, whatever I can do, I'm happy to do it.
Right. So just one comment I have about the fall festival. As far as where we have the table set up and stuff, if it is still on Amboy Avenue, can we create signage that points to the library? So people know, an arrow with, directing people up to just good signage. So when they come up to the tent there, that's at the end of the street where the library
We
is.
don't know where our table.
That's the problem.
Okay, so then,
Sometimes
we
it's
need
2
to-
and 3 blocks down,
Okay.
it's not on the,
okay,
it's
so
not on the last.
that's something that we should request. Let's see if we can, we can get the spot down there.
I could probably put a special instruction request. I didn't look at if it's
Okay.
like last year, there's probably something like that along the line.
All right, and we can talk to Kat too and see if she can help assist us, because I think that'd be great having it at the bottom of the street there. And I'm just saying, if we can have whatever type of signage with an arrow come toward the library, I think that'll really
Last year, we had the bookmobile, which was in the middle of the street.
Right.
We were basically the end of the fall festival, but that was still, I think, about a half block away.
Right.
Which wouldn't be too bad if we were in the same spot.
Yeah, put that
We
request
can't
in.
guarantee where they're, yeah.
Yeah, put that request in. I'll send an email.
Yeah, because if they
For
put
them.
us in front of J Dynasty, for example.
Yeah.
then that's an easy way of, we can put something out that says, library up the block, come to the bathroom.
Which honestly, we can probably get something made anyway.
Yeah.
Something we can bring in and out, something that will survive rain. Where any sort of special event, we can put it at the corner.
Right.
And just, that's not permanent, so it shouldn't be an
We've
issue.
got we've got those extra folded.
The A-frame.
Well, I'm saying, if we make something specific for that,
Yeah.
I can look at some of the signage companies and get something specific.
Okay, that's cool. And then as far as like space, tables, you know, we should make sure that we have enough for friends and for the library
Working on that as well.
collaboration, so we have enough, you know, for collaborating with the friends and, you know, I think that'd be great. So. All right, anybody else? Okay, okay,
I was just looking forward to the pictures of the construction. At the North Edison Library, we didn't get any.
oh, okay. When you get a chance.
Oh, we mean north?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I've seen it from outside and
Yeah.
past, and it's really exciting to see, but.
it's a shell. Honestly, there's nothing inside. Deborah's been, nothing inside.
It's still kind of fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a haunted house.
It does.
You know what, like, because there's nothing in there. It's like weird, and, you know, when they pull the carpeting up, you still stick to the floors, the glue from the thing, so some of those places is like really creaky. You know, like, it's weird, and there's no lights, and
Oh,
it's
gosh.
kind of weird. It's like, kind of like a haunted house, but,
And now there are 2 pits on either side.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
There's buzz now, because you can see the foundations going up on all the
Right.
sides and stuff, so it's exciting, people are excited, we're
Good.
hearing about it, so.
Yeah.
Well, now for sure, they know something's
Yeah,
happening.
something is
It's not
definitely
being torn
happening.
down. And it's not turning into, you know, a supermarket.
Yeah, and kids cannot wait for, because that was a hangout place for them.
Yeah.
They feel like it's taken away from them, and many of them, they're pinging me, when it is coming back?
Yeah, no, it's good. Very good. Anybody else? Comments? Yes.
The superintendent would like to congratulate one of our third grade teachers, being Teacher of the Year.
Wow.
Actually recognized the trend the other day. Number 2, at JP Stevens, they're doing the asphalt work. And, we're hoping that within another 2 or 3 months, we'll be able to open up that addition. There is still some water issues. JMI, that project is online and ready to go. That will be 15 classrooms and a big auditorium. 13. Don't want to say it wrong. The FDR building is under, we're looking at expanding that building for our special needs. That will probably be within another planning, probably 24 months before we actually start. JMI is just a project that's long overdue. John Marshall, if you know where it is, it's right next door here. That's getting 30 classrooms, the giant gym. Construction started the end of June. It's about 26 months. So that project is up and running. Edison High, the front vestibule being redone. The chorus rooms are being done. We're moving quite along. But what I will say is that the signage, people are using the track, which is fine. Please use it for yourself only, not for animals. Read the sign. Oh, thank you. Oh, I can't believe that. But, I just want you to understand that projects are ongoing now. At John Marshall, it was reported that the vote was 6-1. I was the one who said no. I said no because there was no preferred labor agreement. Any project over $5 million should have a preferred labor agreement. I was the one that voted no, and I'm gonna vote no again. I'm gonna vote no again. I'm gonna keep voting no until you take and make it so a preferred labor agreement. That's the way it's supposed to be. We have local 75, the Edison Police Department. 1197, fire department. We have unions in town. We have unions at the ETA. Why would you not want to have a preferred labor agreement? Well, that's why you voted no. I wanted to be out there in the public. Joe Romano voted no because there was no preferred labor agreement. I have nothing but good things to say about all of the unions, all of our teachers, all of our custodians, all of our police, all of our fire. They're under contract. Why we would just say no to them? That's wrong. United we stand, divided we beg. Our students deserve the best. What Edison makes, the world takes. In this room right now, in this room, there's lights in the ceiling. A long time ago, on Christie Street, in Edison, was a light on a pole, a light bulb. What the world took from Edison is the light bulb. That's our community. We have to move forward. Petty little politics is ridiculous. Our kids need, there's nobody in this room, nobody, I don't care where you go, that they don't care about their kids. My job at the Board of Ed is to represent the superintendent at this meeting. But my job is to make sure that the students get whatever they need to move forward. A lot of our kids are going to college, becoming doctors, lawyers, astronauts, mayors, council people, assembly people, because of our education system. So all I can say is please, get the word out. We're moving forward. We're allowing teachers to become teachers of the year. That's something we should be proud of. So please, work with us. We're doing the right thing. No, let me rephrase. The administrative staff at the Board of Ed is doing the right thing. Their students are in their mind. I am privileged to see that it runs well. Right now, it's running well. And I give all the credit in the world to all the administrative staff, including the superintendent who's running it. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Anything else?
I don't know, maybe somebody can put it on there.
All right, let's see, next is adjournment. So let me read this. The next regular meeting will be held on September 9th, 2025 at the Clark Barton Branch Library. And can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Everybody?
I.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.